Hey guys, what's up? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So today I'm going to be reading the story about Jesus being born. And if you guys have the book called God Came Near, I am actually reading the chapter in that book that says the arrival. So please sit back and listen to the story about Jesus Christ, our Savior, being born. And it goes like this. The noise and the bustle began earlier than usual in the village. As night gave way to dawn, people were already on the streets. Vendors were positioning themselves on the corner of the most heavily trafficked avenues. Store owners were unlocking the doors to their shops. Children were awakened by the exciting barking of the street dogs and the complaints of donkeys pulling carts. The owner of the inn had awakened earlier than most in the town. After all, the inn was full. All the beds were taken. Every available mat or blanket had been put to use. Soon all of the customers would be stirring and there would be a lot of work to do. One's imagination is kindled thinking about the conversation of the innkeeper and his family at the breakfast table. Did anyone mention the arrival of the young couple the night before? Did anyone ask about their welfare? Did anyone comment on the pregnancy of the girl on the donkey? Perhaps someone raised the subject. But at best, it was raised, not discussed. There was nothing that novel about them. They were possibly one of several families turned away that night. Besides, who had time to talk about them when there was so much excitement in the air? Augustus did the economy of Bethlehem a favor when he decreed that a census should be taken. Who could remember when such commerce had hit the village? No, it is doubtful that anyone mentioned the couple's arrival or wondered about the condition of the girl. They were too busy. The day was upon them. The day's bread had to be made. The morning chores had to be done. There was too much to do to imagine that the impossible had occurred. God had entered the world as a baby, yet were someone to chance upon the sheep stable on the outskirts of Bethlehem that morning, what a particular scene they would behold. The stable stinks like all stables do. The stench of urine, dung, and sheep reeks in the air. The ground is hard, the hay is scarce. Cobwebs cling to the ceiling, and a mouse scurries across the dirty floor. A more lonely place of birth could not exist. Off to one side sit a group of shepherds. They sit silently on the floors, perhaps perplexed, perhaps in awe. No one doubted in amazement. Their night watch had been interrupted by an explosion of light from heaven and a symphony of angels. God goes to those who have time to hear him. So on this cloudless night, he went to simple shepherds. Near the young mother sits the weary father. If anyone is dozing, it is he. He can't remember the last time he sat down, and now that the excitement has subsided a bit, now that Mary and the baby are comfortable and healthy, he leans against the wall of the stable and feels his eyes grow heavy. He still hasn't figured it all out. The mystery of the event puzzles him, but he hasn't the energy to wrestle with the question. What's important is that the baby is fine and Mary is safe. As sheep comes, he remembers the name the angel told him to use. Jesus. We will call him Jesus. Wide awake is Mary. My, how young she looks. Her head is rested on the soft leather of Joseph's saddle. The pain has eclipsed by wonder. She looks into the face of the baby, her son, her Lord, her Majesty. At this point in history, the human being who best understands who God is and what he is doing is a teenage girl in a smelly stable. She can't take her eyes off him. Somehow, Mary knows she is holding God. So this is he. She remembers the word of the angel. His kingdom will never end. She remembers, I lost my place. He looks like anything but a king. His face is purplish and red. He cries, though strong and healthy, is still the helpless and piercing cry of a baby. And he is absolutely dependent upon Mary for his well-being. Majesty in the midst of the mandate, holiness in the filth of sheep, manure and sweat, divinity entering the world on the floor of a stable, through the room of a teenager and in the presence of a carpenter. She touches the face of the infant God. How long was your journey? The baby had overlooked the universe. These rags keeping him warm were the robes of eternity. His golden throne room had been abandoned in favor of a dirty sheep pen, and worshiping angels had been replaced with kind but bewildered shepherds. Meanwhile, the city nuns, the merchants, are unaware that God has visited their planet. The innkeeper would never believe that he had just sent God into the cold, and the people would scoff at anyone who told them the Messiah, laying in the arms of a teenager, on the outskirts of their village. They were all too busy to consider possibilities. Those who missed His Majesty's arrival that night missed it not because of evil acts or malice. No, they missed it because they simply weren't looking. Little has changed in the last 2,000 years, hasn't it? So that is the story of our Jesus, our Savior, birth. So if you like that story, please give it a thumbs up and share this video with anyone and everyone and even your enemies. And if you're wondering what my shirt says, it says, "Wanna taco about Jesus." Taco, T-A-C-O, not talk, taco. So if you want more videos like this, please give it a thumbs up, number 1, and hit the subscribe button, number 2, because there's a lot more coming your way, and there's a lot more videos that you're going to want to hear about and see and watch. So I will let you guys go, but up next is a surprise that all of you guys have been waiting for. So see you in a bit. Hey guys, that wasn't long at all, was it? It was just a blink of an eye and I'm back. So I have what you guys all have been waiting for. And I told you that I'm going to be singing to you guys a Christmas song about Jesus' birth. And it goes like this. It goes like, just a second. Okay, I got it now. So this song is called "A New Baby in Town." If you guys ever heard of the song "There's a New Kid in Town" by Billy Gilman, this is just my version, different version of that song. So here it goes. There's a new baby in town, laying in the manger on Bethlehem Lane. There's a new baby in town, and he knows everyone's name. He is soon to find out. He's going to save the world someday. The world is soon to find out. The baby laying on the manger in Bethlehem Lane. His name is Jesus. Jesus. The United States is soon to find out. On this day a Savior was born to save. The community is soon to find out. Anything is possible each and every way. There's a new baby in town, There's a new baby in town, and he knows everyone's name. He is soon to find out. He is going to save the world someday. When your days are filled with gray clouds, think about your Savior being born on this day. When the ocean is about to crash your day, get down on your knees and pray. When you see no way out, let Jesus drive you away. There's a new kid in town on Bethlehem Lane. There's a new kid in town. He knows everybody's name. He is soon to find out. He is going to save the world someday. He is soon to find out. He is going to save the world someday. When the lights outside go out, give your life away to Jesus. Jesus. Let Jesus give you courage and strength. Let Jesus give you courage and strength today. So if you guys love that song, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family and enemies, because Bible says for us to have love and compassion to even those who hurt us. Stay tuned for the next video and the next chapter. Talk to you later, alligator, and be sure to give this video a paw at the subscribe button. Talk to you later. See ya!